Hey everybody, this is Robert Patrick. Watch Shaun of the Dead.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Shaun of the Dead. As you can see, this is going to be another vaping adventure today. I want to talk to you about something that's very, very important about vaping. This is the most important thing about vaping that there is. I don't care what mod you're using. I don't care if you're using an E-Twist. I don't care if you're using an MVP. I don't care if you're using a clone all the way up to a Manhattan or a rig or whatever. I don't care what you're vaping out of. What I'm caring the most about right now, where my deepest deepest care, my deepest worry and concern for you, it lies in the juice of which you are vaping. So let's talk about juice. There are multiple companies that have different e-juices. And these e-juices are usually a house juice. You'll go into a place and they have a house juice. And I've noticed that there's a lot more mom and pop little vape shops popping up all over the place. They're like, hey, try out our little juices. And they got like 15, 20 juices. And they have a handful of crappy Chinese knockoffs. There's a place over here called Vaporland and Victory Vapor, and there was almost like Palm Beach Vapor, and I was like, what the frack is this place? Horrible. Most of them mix their own juice in the back. It's some Chinese knockoff juice. Twice now, included tonight at Victory Vapor. If you're in the DFW area, it's off the Dallas Tollway and Midway next to Fox and the Hound. Do not go there. It's horrible. Just telling you. It triggered an asthma attack, made my lips break out and itch. Something in there was not right. Using the little rubber tips, it was horrible. Place was kind of run down and dirty. People that worked there seemed kind of scummy and dirty. Very disinterested. More interested in trying to be cool than trying to be a customer service person. And that's big. That's a big thing for me. That's a big no-no. You don't do that. So when I go into a place, I want a certain quality, a certain scale of excellence, especially with my juice. Now, with my equipment, I don't mind walking into a place and they have crap equipment and go, okay, this place has crap equipment, whatever, I'll leave. But if I walk into a place and if they do not carry any premium juice whatsoever, leave the store immediately. Do not stay. Do not look around. Do not browse. Go, hey, what premiums do you have? They go, oh, we have house juice. Go, thank you. Have a nice day. And leave. And this is one thing I've noticed with these knockoff stores. And I'm going to call them knockoff stores because they're not real vape shops. They're just crap shops. I walk in and they're like, hey, so what flavors do you like to vape? I'm like, well, I like, Native Alien, Outer Limits, and I like Anti-Lag, and I like Aristos from MVE, and they're like, what flavors are do you like? Do you like fruit? Or I'm like, I just told you the flavors I like. I named off companies that are big companies that have good products. If you don't know that I like Anti-Lag and what Anti-Lag tastes like, if you don't know what Native Alien Outer Limits tastes like, if you don't know what MVE Astros tastes like, and you have a vape shop, then I don't need to shop here. I need to go someplace else. Now, if they carry other premium juices and they don't carry those premium juices, and they go, I'm not familiar with that line. Give me something else that it might be like. We carry these lines of premiums. Now then, I'm going to carry on a conversation. I know most of you know about Suicide Bunny. Well, there's this product they have called Derailed. Now, at Smoking Crow, whom probably has the largest supply of premium juices. I haven't tried any of their house juice yet, but they have like the largest supply of premium juices. They have this other line called Ragnarok. And Ragnarok has a juice that is a much better version of Derailed. I don't like Suicide Bunny's flavors because I don't like custard. They're premium. I can taste that everything in the juice when I try to like it, and I take a draw and I'm like, I can taste the quality, but I can taste the custard, and I'm done. I can't do it. It's too sweet. It's just too sweet of a flavor for me to get into. But I can taste the quality of the juice. It's a smooth hit. It goes down smooth. Comes out with a nice, comfortable cloud. It's fine. I mean, it's a good premium juice. I just don't particularly care for that sweet of a flavor. Now, Ragnarok has one, and I can't remember how to pronounce the name of it, because they're all like Greek mythological gods, like Odin and Freya and stuff like that. And this one was something else. I think it was like HYM or something like that. I can't remember. But essentially it was a very toned down Derailed. It was what Derailed should have been. A lot lower custard. It still had a custardy flavor, but I could taste more banana. I could taste more of the other flavors coming out in the juice and not just overpowered by custard. And I was like, that's pretty good. So if I went in and said, hey, I like Derailed, and he's like, what's that like? I'm like, well, it's like that flavor from Ragnarok. The dude that's in the red with the and the thing. Oh, okay, that flavor. Okay, if you like stuff like that, then I can get you something like this. And then that guy can now help me because he understands the juices enough to put me in the right direction. Now, if people are only accustomed to going to crap shops, and you come in and they're like, "What kind? What do you usually vape?" And if I don't name off a premium thing, I go, "Oh, I usually go with fruit flavors." Well, then I'll start showing them house juices, because why would I show them a premium juice when they name a flavor, not a brand name? If you name a brand name, then that means you need to be in the know enough to go, if I don't know that flavor, it's like, well, is that like this line, or is it like that line, or is it like another line? Because I haven't really tried any real Space Jam flavors. So if someone, I know about them and I've heard of things, if someone has said, hey, I vape Pluto from Space Jam, I'm like, what was in that one again? I can't remember what's in Pluto. Is that something like, is that like a tropical flavor, or is that more, savory? I mean, is that a custardy flavor? I mean, and then at that point we can discuss the palate version of what they're talking about, because I'm familiar enough with the product to at least acknowledge the brand. You don't have to know all the flavors, but you have to at least acknowledge that you understand that they're vaping a premium juice when they say it. It's like, Cutwood Sugar Bear. Well, okay, so you like breakfast cereal. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's go ahead and try some of these, and they can take you that direction. Now, of course, my favorite flavor, and the funny thing is, I keep my favorite juices in a cigar box. I know that's completely ironic because vaping is trying to get you to stop smoking, but I just picked up some cigar boxes just to keep your stuff in. Of course, Native Alien, Outer Limits, the best juice. Love it, absolutely. Young lady that makes this, chick is a pharmacist, so her stuff is very, very premiumly made. You can taste the quality in the flavor with every vape. It's amazing. It's an all-day vape. It's an all-week vape. I can literally, if I can only pick one juice to vape again, that's it. I would, without a doubt, with that fast, say Outer Limits. I wouldn't even hesitate. I would pick this one juice. It's my favorite, by far. A good solid second is anti-lag. I really like anti-lag a lot. I picked this up at Skyline. I picked this up at JK Vapes. And my third favorite flavor. I order online because they don't sell this flavor at any stores around here that I found so far. You can see on the pouch it says 0 milligram. It is MVE, and it is Astros. And I love this flavor. This is a very fine, refined flavor. This is how they come packaged. They're very nice. It has that 5 Puns feel without the funky 5 Puns flavor. It's not some, booze-ish flavor. It is not like that at all. It's kind of like having a very fine cigar and being able to enjoy the flavor of a very fine cigar. So that's kind of nice to get the opportunity to have a fine cigar, even though that's not the flavor. It doesn't taste like a cigar. But I'm saying, the difference between smoking a cigarette and smoking a very fine cigar, it's like having a house juice and having Astros. That's something that a fine person's going to sit in their library and vape on. And it just tastes good. Now, the reason I wanted to tell you all about these mom and pop shops, there's another one out in the Colony called, I think, Pacific Beach or something like that. I can't remember. Or Palm Beach, I think, Vapor. Another mom and pop shop, mix their juice in the bag, tastes funky. Everything has like a wang to it whenever you vape it. You're like, what is that funky aftertaste? It's like if you've never drinking a diet soda and you've always drank regular soda and you take a taste of diet soda for the first time, it's like, whoa, what is that? That's what it tastes like. And then if you've ever had like a regular soda and then you go and get one that's made out of pure cane sugar, and you're like, whoa, what is that? That is really smooth. That is like house juice from a good place moving up to a premium juice. So that's just kind of a quick little analogy for you on how that kind of works out. Now, the reason I cannot stress enough about the juice is you're ingesting this. You're putting this in your body. Do you want some cheap Chinese knockoff juice that has no real regulations? Because these aren't really regulated products currently. Right now, they can do whatever they want, just like vitamins and jazz. They can say, oh, hey, energy drink supplement. We can do that. We can give you this stuff because it's an energy supplement. By giving you this energy supplement, then, it's got vitamins in it, so it's not really regulated. They put like a fracking ton of B12 and niacin in there, put some caffeine in there and get you all jicked out because it's an energy drink. But it's not really regulated. It's not, it's not being checked out by the FDA or anything. Neither is vaping. So since things are not really regulated, you want to make sure you go to places that's reputable. Now, I've mentioned 3 places. JK Vapes, It's the first place I've ever been, first vape shop ever, and I still go there because they have like pinup girls I like and stuff, and their house juice is good. But I also pick up my Native Alien there, and that's my favorite juice. So I have to go to JK Vapes no matter what because I want to get Native Alien, Outer Limits. It's just out of this world, literally awesome. Next is Smoking Crow. I'm just getting acquainted with them. I've only been to them a couple of times. Good people. They're very upfront with their stuff, and I like that. They'll sell you a clone, but you'll know it's a clone. If you want authentic, they'll show you the authentics. But if you want something cheap, they'll sell you something cheap. Now, the creme de la creme. This place is not just a vape shop. This place is a boutique. Skyline Vapor. I know like everybody there. I love that place. I spend hours there. I should have a job there. Skyline Vapor. Just go to skyline.com. It is amazing. Not only do they have over 160 some odd house juices alone, they have several lines of premium juices from Ruthless to Standard to Suicide Bunny to the King's Crown, Five Ponds, WTF, Mad Alchemist. They've got tons and tons and tons and tons of different flavors. I wouldn't be surprised if they had over 200 flavors in general. So that's a lot of flavors to taste. Now, JK Vapes allows you, and so does Smoking Crow, for people like myself. I vape zero. I haven't had a cigarette in years. I started vaping for completely different reasons, and then I become a cloud chaser. And so I like to blow clouds. At Skyline, all their testers are at 6, unless the company doesn't make a 6 and they make a 3 instead. Then their testers are 3. All their testers have nicotine. Hence why I can't taste their flavors. I have to smell them and go, okay, that smells kind of nice. I'll buy that one, and I may or may not like it because I'm just, throwing a random guess. Go, yeah, sure, just give it a whirl. So yeah, that's kind of one of my things. Now let me tell you about Skyline. I know I'm really harping on Skyline a bit, but I feel it's necessary. For one, their juice is good. Their house brand is actually Pack Juice. It's a company, and they're a very high quality juice company. And for a house juice company to be that kind of quality is pretty amazing. A lot of their house juices are pretty delicious. Then if you get hooked on premiums, then house juices start to lose a little luster, but that's okay. That's all right. No worries. It's fine with me. I am a premium guy, so I don't vape very much off house juice, except for their spearmint, which I absolutely love, and I'll put a little drop or two here and there in with something else to add a hint of mint. It makes a very cool exhale. So yeah, they have an amazing spearmint. If you're vaping out of a tank, any other flavors are fantastic. If you're dripping, some of their flavors might be a little potent. They might be a little stronger than you're accustomed to, but out of a tank, they're perfect. So it is a boutique. They do not sell clones. They will not carry a clone. whenever they sell you a mod, it is an authentic mod. They will sell you starter kits. They can sell you all the way up to very, very high-end mechanicals, and they can sell you some lower-end mechanicals that are not clones that you can get as low as $50. Now, are they a very great clone? No, they're just. Are they a very great mod? No, but they're not a clone. They're a real mod. And the thing about having the real mod is at least you know everything is a standard build. It has certain regulations that it goes by. Clones could be very, very highly unregulated. The vent ports in them may not be in the appropriate places, so you may have venting issues if you start to get too hot on your battery, depending on your build, and you could vent your batteries. So they have a strict no clones here sold. If you take in a clone and you want them to rebuild it for you, and you're buying some juice or whatever, they'll definitely take care of it. They're not discriminatory about fixing your stuff. They just won't sell you something that they can't stand behind with authenticity. So they are a high-end boutique. So if you want to get something cheap, you might want to try someplace like Smoke and Crow that has clones that they will sell you. Also, they do have authentics. JK has authentics. They don't have as much of a selection in their actual mods as Skyline does. Skyline has a pretty decent selection, but not as big of a selection as a lot of places that have all the knockoffs. All the places that have all these clones, they have like huge selections of crap because they're all fake. Like Artisan. Don't go to Artisan because they'll say, hey, I've got, this Nemesis and this Tobe Addy here. I'm going to sell you this for like $70. You can't get a Tobe Addy for $70, much less both. So they're trying to pass off knockoffs as authentics, and they don't tell you that they're knockoffs unless you know that they are. Then you're going to think you just bought whatever it is you've heard people talk about, and it's not. It's like you went out and bought a Fiero, and someone put a kit on it to make it look like a Lamborghini, and you thought you bought a Lamborghini. No, you bought a Fiero that had a body kit on it. If you don't know any better, you don't know any better. So don't go to a place like that. If you want a high-end mod, or if you want a low-end mod that you want an authentic for, if you just want a mod in general, it doesn't matter. Just go to Skyline because they will give you what you need, they'll give you what you want, and they will make sure that you walk away happy. If you pick something up and you come back and you're completely displeased, they will do everything in their power to please you. I am 99.9% sure that even if you don't like the product that you purchased from Skyline, whether it be the juice or a device or whatever, that they're going to do something to try to make you happy. They want to please their customers. And that's one of the good things about Skyline, is they're not just a vape shop. They're not just a boutique that is a very high-end. If there was a vape shop on Rodeo Drive, it would be Skyline, because they are very prestigious. Everything is very just so. Everything is very clean, and all their stuff is very proper. Now, aside from that aspect of Skyline, they're very knowledgeable. They have people in there that are cloud chasers. You have great builders in there. They can build you whatever kind of coil setup you want. They've taught me everything I know about building. Doing the store manager and several other builders in there. That's where I learned how to build and wick and all that. And I'll tell you what, they have been nothing but awesome to treat me with, respect, even though I went in there with a little pin that I picked up from some other store, and then I ended up picking up stuff there, and I continued to do stuff over and over and over again. And next thing you know, I've become so regular that I've learned so much from them that I've become friends with everybody there. I'm kind of like Norm from Cheers. I walk in, they're like, "Hey, Sean. Hey, SOTD. Hey, Shaun of the Dead." And they actually call me by my Shaun of the Dead moniker. Because if you watched before, there's actually a Skyline video on here. Because they are just that cool. So, again, this is Shaun of the Dead. Main thing is to stop smoking. Get your nicotine through this versus this. Because if you're used to doing this and you switch it for then it's easier to start dropping your nicotine level in this than it is with a cigarette. So you can lower your nicotine level. And remember, the juice that you're vaping right now, this right here, all that was in my lungs. I don't want to put something in my lungs that can give me some kind of sickness because it has metal in it, some type of liquid metal or mercury poisoning or whatever, because it was picked up at a very unreputable company. If you're ingesting this stuff into your lungs, especially on a daily basis, especially if you're a cloud chaser and you're throwing out these massive clouds and you're going, whenever you're doing that, you don't want to take that much vapor in that is trash. It's like you may as well just start drinking out of the toilet, out of the bowl, because that's what you're putting into your lungs is just sewage. So make sure whenever you go to a vape shop, again, if they don't carry premiums, walk out. First rule of vaping. Second thing is, if they don't ask you what you normally smoke, how many packs a day you smoke, if this is your first time trying to go in and vape for the first time, if they don't ask you the proper questions, then go someplace else. Make a few phone calls if you have to. Or just call Skyline.com. Go to Skyline.com, call them up and say, I have some questions, I want to get into vaping, and they can set you up even over the phone, another state away. There is only one Skyline store currently, and they do shipping and receiving, and they will send stuff right to your door, and they will try their very best to make you pleased. So, this is Shaun of the Dead. If you have any questions, please by all means ask, and feel free to throw your comments at me about experiences you've had, especially with good and bad vape shops. And as always, thumbs up and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And as always, stay on topic and keep it civil.